Sa akin kasi, parang walang certainty of punishment yung mga members ng police force na gumagawa ng kalokohan. Kaya nauulit-ulit. Would you agree with that, Mr. Vice Chair?
I agree, Mr. Chair. Kailangan ka mo nang mamatay o kaya masugatan para magkaroon ng scholarship. Pag ikaw po a healthy policeman doing patrolling or in your desk, doing whatever, or a NAPOLCOM official o NAPOLCOM employee trying to police the police, at ikaw po yung may anak, wala po kayong scholarship po, Mr. Chair.
Nasa plans ka eh. Alam mo dapat yun eh. Mr. Chair, there's another issue which I would like to raise. Because the PNP has been violating this provision of law at confirmed by NAPOLCOM.
Does the NAPOLCOM agree?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang umaga po sa atin lahat. Doon po sa NAPOLCOM, meron po kayong legislative priorities na sinabi. And nandito po sa inyong mga sa dokumentong binigay po ninyo, amendments to the police disciplinary system. Meron po bang disciplinary system ang police?
Attorney Kalinisan, your response, please.
There are internal mechanisms po, Mr. Chair. To cite examples, there is the IAS, which is merely recommendatory to the Chief Philippine National Police, and the disciplinary authority in the PNP itself is the Chief PNP alongside the regional directors, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Acop.
Sorry. The members of the Philippine National Police are also governed by the Civil Service Law on discipline. Tama po ba?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Hindi po ba masyadong maluwag para sa isang uniform service yung disciplinary rules of the civil service? Sa
What do you
tingin
mean
po
po
ninyo?
masyadong maluwag, Mr. Chair? If I may be clarified with the question po, Mr. Chair.
Para bang hindi naangkop yung rules on discipline ng civil service law sa uniform service like the police force?
Let's just say, Mr. Chair, there are specific rules that govern the uniform service, particularly the Philippine National Police, and that is currently NAPOLCOM Circular 2016-002, Mr. Chair. So there's a specific rule, not just the RRACs, which is used by the civil service. Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I know. But
Sige, Congressman Acop.
kasi from my experience, yung police kasi na gumawa ng kasalanan or violate the law, ang pinakamarami pong kaso sa uniform service ay yung police. The Coast Guard ko, konti ang kanilang mga kaso. Yung members ng Armed Forces of the Philippines ko, konti ang kaso. Yung members ng Bureau of Fire Protection at saka Bureau of Jail Management and Penalty ko, konti ang kaso. Would you agree with me that it's, I think, high time for the NAPOLCOM to come up with its own police justice system? Under the charter of the Philippine Coast Guard, they have adopted the military justice system that's provided for by the law, by their charter. So, siguro kailangan mas magkaroon yung police, national police ng sarili nilang police justice system similar to the military justice system. Siguro para kuan. Sa akin kasi, parang walang certainty of punishment yung mga members ng police force na gumagawa ng kalokohan. Kaya nauulit-ulit. Would you agree with that, Mr. Vice Chair?
I agree, Mr. Chair. In fact, if I may be allowed to also venture another answer, isa po sa rason din ho, mabagal nga po ang disposition ng kaso. Yung pong napansin ho namin ng commission nung pong kami po ay nandoon, sadly nga ho, meron pong 10, 12, 15, 20, 22, 25 years na kaso po sa NAPOLCOM. And we are saying no to that. That is terrible. Yun po ang real state of facts. So right now, ang utos nga ho natin, Mr. Chair, i-zero ho lahat yan. Yung libo-libong kasong yan, by end of the year, dapat po ma-zero yan. Kasi kung nangyayari, may kaso na yung pulis, inabot na ng taon, dekada, nandiyan pa rin yung pulis eh. It's very unsafe to have a rogue cop wearing a uniform, having a badge, having a gun. And dapat din po, yung po mga bagong kaso, mabilis at ipakita ho natin sa publiko na mabilis po ang disposisyon ng kaso. So ang pangako ho namin, lahat po ng kaso, susubukan ho namin tapusin ng 60 days, 60 days po, Mr. Chair. Para ko yung pong mga ganyan, may klaro hong ehemplo na hindi ho po pwede na meron pong mga rogue cop po na nagsusuot ng uniforme. So tama po na may mga kaso nga hong ganyan. While we are for the moral and welfare of our policemen, we also need to discipline erring policemen, Mr. Chair. And speed is also an important aspect or facet of that. Para ho makita ho nila na may kahihinatnan ho sila kapag sila po ay gumawa ng kalokohan, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Isa rin po sa inyong legislative priority sa your police welfare and scholarship. Kulang po ba ang pondo ng Philippine National Police for the scholarship of their members and their dependents?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, that is one of my personal missions po, being a product of a scholarship myself, Mr. Chair. Ako po ay anak ng pulis. Ako po ay nakatanggap lang ng scholarship, kaya po tayo nakaaral. Ang scholarship po ngayon ng pulis for those killed in action or wounded in police operation. So yun po yung in-adjust ho natin from a measly 12,000 pesos, in-adjust na ho natin through a NAPOLCOM resolution, inakyat ho natin to 100,000 plus. Pero ho, yung pong mga scholarships po ng healthy policemen, yun po ang wanting, yun po ang wala. At ang ginagawa ho natin ngayon is we are partnering and we're reaching out to private institutions, Mr. Chair, para magkaroon po na sana ng scholarships po ang mga anak ng police officers na healthy, na wala hong sugat o hindi ho namatay. At sana rin po magkaroon din po ng scholarships po ang mga anak ng mga NAPOLCOM employees po, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ba may share ang NAPOLCOM doon sa trust receipts funds ng Philippine National Police for the scholarship of NAPOLCOM personnel?
Tama po yun, Mr. Chair.
Would that not be enough?
Pwede po magamit din po yun, pero ang batas din po, Mr. Chair, is for killed in police operations and those wounded in police operations po. So kailangan ka mo nang mamatay o kaya masugatan para magkaroon ng scholarship. Pag ikaw po healthy policeman doing patrolling or in your desk doing whatever, or a NAPOLCOM official o NAPOLCOM employee trying to police the police, at ikaw po may anak, wala po kayong scholarship po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the police, would you agree with NAPOLCOM na kulang yung pondo niya for scholarship?
General De La Cruz, your response, please.
Although I am not directly privy sir dun sa details nung pondo, but I think yung interest sir ng NAPOLCOM is towards the benefit of the PNP.
Your Provident Fund is already in the billions, which is the fund primarily for the purpose of providing scholarship to members of the Philippine National Police and their dependents. The one handling that fund is with the
DPRM.
the Directorate for Personnel and Resource Management. Di ba?
Yes sir.
Nasa plans ka alam mo dapat yun So, it's already in the billions. As a matter of fact, you have added another use for your Provident Fund. Di ba?
General De La Cruz, your response.
So, hindi pa ba enough yung pondo na yon? Naging billions na nga dahil hindi nyo nagagamit
I will have to refer to the DPRM sir for that data.
Mr. Chair, the
Again,
Vice Chair is raising his hand.
For the answer to that question, sir, I will have to refer to the Directorate for Personal Records Management as to the actual amount used for scholarship programs for the PNP.
Sige. Attorney Kalinisan, may gusto ko sabihin.
Tama po kayo, Mr. Chair, na may pondo po. May pondo po sa trust fund po ng PNP at sufficient po yun. Ang problema lang po.
Mr. Vice Chair, iba po yung trust fund. It's known as Provident Fund and it has a single purpose before. Yung trust receipt fund sila iba. Iba rin yun. I know the existence of this simply because kami po ang nagtayo noon ni Senator Lacson nito eh. Kaya binabantayan ko ako tuwing budget hearing kung ano nangyayari.
Mr. Chair. Yeah,
You may reply.
yes, sir. Just to answer doon sa Provident Fund, there's a certain amount provided for all regional offices na nilo-loan ng mga personnel natin at a meager 3 to 5% interest po. I think yun yung bulk ng Provident Fund is utilized doon.
With your
sa-
indulgence, yun po na yung second purpose. Ginamit nyo na nagbibigay kayo ng loan with a lower rate of interest. Kayo po nagdagdag ng purpose na yun. Hindi po yun ang original or number one na purpose. The number one purpose of that Provident Fund is to provide scholarship to your members and their dependents.
General De La Cruz, your response, please.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir.
Mr. Chair, there's another issue which I would like to raise. Because the PNP has been violating this provision of law at confirmed by NAPOLCOM. I refer to Section 35 of Republic Act 6975. And I would like to quote, to enhance police operational efficiency and effectiveness, the chief of the PNP may constitute such other support units as may be necessary subject to the approval of the Commission, provided that no support unit headed by a chief superintendent or a higher rank can be created unless provided for by law.
General De La Cruz.
Comment on that?
Thank you, sir. I believe that's been a part, sir, of the proposed Organizational Reforms Act. However, it was vetoed, and until now, sir, it's still pending. But the provisions pertaining to that as to the Police Brigadier General positions for the NSUs is already embedded in the proposed law, sir.
Kindly say that again.
The issue, sir, on the creation of other additional support units is already a part of the proposed organizational reform bill for the PNP, sir. However, unfortunately, it was vetoed in the 19th Congress, sir.
What does NAPOLCOM say about it?
I agree with your observation, Mr. Chair, that that is a long-standing problem. That is why I believe when before I arrived in NAPOLCOM, there was a proposal or a proposed legislation for modernization of the Philippine National Police, in effect to affirm or confirm the current situation, Mr. Chair. So tama po kayo na meron nga pong mga ibang units po na might be questionable or questioned. That's why there's a need for further legislation, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm happy that the new Vice Chairman of the NAPOLCOM realizes this. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next to ask question is Congresswoman Luistro from Batangas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning to all our esteemed colleagues and, of course, to all our resource persons. I wish to commend the Honorable Congressman Acop, Chairman Acop, for sharing with us the existence of Provident Fund, which is supposed to be for the scholarship of the dependents of the police personnel and officers. My attention was caught by the fact that it is being utilized for loan of police personnel. I wish to ask our NAPOLCOM, when the purpose of the fund was not addressed and it was used for a secondary purpose, the question is, what violation was committed by PNP?
Vice Chair Kalinisan, for your response, please.
I agree, Mr. Chair, that we really should look into it. It's the first time I actually heard about it, and I'm not comfortable with it. So we will look into it, Mr. Chair, and there might be some violations that we need to look into, Mr. Chair.
I just wish to remind the PNP that even when the fund was utilized for a public purpose, when the very or original purpose of the same was not properly realized, there's a possibility that there's a basis for technical malversation. Does the NAPOLCOM agree?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That's why we will look into it, because that's a possible consequence of what is being discussed right now, which we only heard of for the first time, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Now for my next question. This is for NAPOLCOM as well. Who supervises the pleb?
Theoretically, Mr. Chair, the NAPOLCOM looks into it, the DILG must look into it, and the local government units also looks into it. But in essence, the pleb is an independent body, Mr. Chair. Having been pleb chairman myself before in Quezon City, before I was in NAPOLCOM. So there are just reports that are submitted to these three above mentioned, which is the NAPOLCOM, LGU, and the DILG, Mr. Chair.
The mandate of pleb actually is very, very welcoming for the part of the constituents who have complaints about abusive police personnel. Problem is, no matter how good the program is, if the people are not aware, I don't think that we will be able to realize its mandate. For confirmation only, is pleb part of the structure of the PNP? Yes or no?
It is not, Mr. Chair.
Is it part of the structure of the local government unit? Yes or no?
Arguably, no, Mr. Chair.
Is it a non-governmental organization, should I say?
No, Mr. Chair. It is ordinary people given extraordinary power in law, Mr. Chair.
Nonetheless, sayang naman po ito kung hindi po natin ito ma-implement ng maayos. I wish to believe that it was provided for an intended purpose, and that is to address the complaints of the constituents against the abusive police personnel. If there is no clear guidelines as to who supervises the pleb, which is the first to accommodate the complaints of the ordinary people, I don't think that the people will be empowered against the abusive police personnel. So I hope that this will be one of the matters that the NAPOLCOM will be revisiting, how the pleb or the People's Law Enforcement Board operates in the ground. Ang akin po kasing appreciation dito, para siyang sumbungan ng taong bayan. But if the people are not aware, how can there be sumbungan ng taong bayan? I encounter some people who are inquiring, soliciting help. May ihahabla po akong pulis, but they don't know where to go. When actually, there has to be a pleb in every municipality. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair. I totally agree with you.
So for my last question about pleb, how do you inform the public na meron silang pwedeng takbuhan na pleb?
Again, I agree with you totally, Mr. Chair. In fact, sabi ko nga po, ako po ay dati pong chairman and executive officer of the pleb. Ang una ho nating nilaban ho noon, nung tayo po ang hepe ng pleb Quezon City, is actually awareness, Mr. Chair. Kasi tama po, kung hindi po alam ng tao na may pleb, may problema ho talaga tayo. So ang battle cry ho namin noon sa Quezon City is pwede sa pleb. And I'm very happy that our Mayor, Mayor Joy Belmonte was very supportive of the pleb hanggang po ngayon. And yun din po ang problema, ma'am, ng NAPOLCOM. Hindi rin ho alam ng tao yung pong NAPOLCOM. So ang pulis ho ng pulis, NAPOLCOM. Pero napagkakamalan pa kaming NAPOCOR, among others. So, buti na nga ako na pag-uusapan ho natin ngayon to, Mr. Chair, kasi hindi lang po pleb ang may problema sa awareness, including the highest disciplinary authority, which is the NAPOLCOM po, Mr. Chair.
So, for the benefit of the watching public, no? Gusto ko yung sinabi ni NAPOLCOM Vice Chair. Pulis ng pulis, no? Actually, you have the same mandate as pleb. So, sana po, ito na yung i-adapt nating slogan. Sa lahat ng nagre-reklamo laban sa mga pulis, please be mindful. Ang pulis ng pulis ay ang pleb up to the National Police Commission. And I hope you can come up also with the proper information campaign, because otherwise we will not be able to realize the mandate of pleb and even the NAPOLCOM. Kanina may question din si Chairman Acop about the cases that the NAPOLCOM is handling. May I know the statistics? Ilan po ba ang nafa-file per year? Out of the number filed, ilan po ang resolve as administratively liable at ilan po ang resolve as not administratively liable?
Mr. Chair, we can submit an inventory. Sabihin na lang ho natin po na libo-libo po ang kaso namin ngayon. Nalulunod na ho kami sa kaso.
No, per year.
O nga po, in
The
particular.
question is the number of cases which are being filed per year. For example, in 2024, ilan po ang na-file na kaso? Let us not consider the backlog. The one you were referring earlier na 10 to 12 years na, no? 20 years. Per year, yung mga bagong kaso.
We're checking now, Mr. Chair. Pero if I may, to answer your question indirectly po, we will submit po a list. But we're currently, the NAPOLCOM po is disposing 45 cases a day.
Wait, yung pinag-uusapan natin about the number of cases being filed with the NAPOLCOM, this is under your appellate jurisdiction, right?
Yes and no, ma'am. There are cases under appellate jurisdiction and there are cases which we handle under our regional exclusive jurisdiction, Mr. Chair. So kami po, meron din pong summary dismissal power. We can do motu proprio investigations. Ordinary citizens can also come to us. Kaya rin po kami po talaga ang pulis ng pulis.
So how do you distinguish the cases which are being filed with the NAPOLCOM under its original jurisdiction with those being filed with the Office of the PNP Chief?
If I may, Mr. Chair, let me put it into three bins for simplification. One is the SD cases or the summary dismissal cases. Ito po yung mga kasong kami po mismo ang may hawak po na unang kaso ho na kami mo nag-imbestiga o meron pong complainant na pumunta ho sa amin. Yung pong pangalawa, ito po yung mga National Appellate Board cases. Ito po yung mga kaso po na na-file po kay Chief PNP na we are doing an appeal. Yun naman po mga RAB or Regional Appellate Board cases, ito po yung mga kaso po ng mga pleb na maaari pong na-appeal sa ating pong Regional Appellate Boards. So tatlo pong klaseng kaso
And
po
from RAB, aakyat sa inyo?
Hindi na po, Madam Chair. Ano na po yun? DLG po ang may hawak po noon. Secretary.
I see. About the original jurisdiction of the NAPOLCOM and the one being handled by the Chief PNP, ibig sabihin ba nito, I think this is the question also of the Honorable Jokno, the complainant can actually choose where to go?
Precisely po, Madam, Mr. Chair. Yun din po ang nilalaban ho natin by relaxing technicalities po. In fact, nung pong pleb po tayo, we've been trying to relax 2016-002. Nakita ho natin yung problema on the ground. That's why, nung pagsampa ho natin bilang pinuno po ng NAPOLCOM, ang una ho nating utos din, baguhin po ang rules na dapat po yung ordinaryong tao, yung magtataho, yung vendor, yung pong non-educated person can go to the NAPOLCOM or any disciplinary authority of his choice and file a case na hindi ho kailangan ng abogado at kinakailangan ng technical rules of procedure po, Madam Chair.
In your perspective as police ng police, are you agreeable na ang Chief PNP ay nag-a-accept ng administrative cases being filed by the private citizens? This is a hypothetical question.
It's fine, Mr. Chair. It's fine. But of course, we're looking at it from the aspect po of check and balance. It's a choice now of the ordinary citizen. If he wants to go to pleb, if he wants to go to IAS, if he wants to go to the Chief PNP, the Regional Director of the PNP, or to the NAPOLCOM, or to the Mayor even, he can do so. So, ito po yung check and balance mechanism po ng batas na nagsimula po sa check and balance mechanism po ng ating Philippine Constitution po, Mr. Chair.
Well, I commend the measures which are being provided to the ordinary citizens for the purpose of initiating their complaint against police personnel. However, I think there's problem also with respect to communicating the same to the public because the people are not aware. Even myself is not aware na ang dami palang pwedeng takbuhan ng mga tao, no? I just hope that the impartiality is very much secured given the number of avenue that may be considered by ordinary citizens. Kaya lang po, ang mensahe po natin today, if you believe that this is successful, sana the new administration will be supporting it strongly. If you do not believe that the same is successful, then you can perhaps come up with some new program which will provide immediate response sa atin pong mga kababayan, no?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish you can give us more information about the success rate of this dial 911.
We will give you a official response on this, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I would like to acknowledge Congressman Ismael Mangundadatu